Hello and welcome everyone. So today we will have 10 questions in order to test your English level. You will have 10 seconds to think about the right answer and they will provide you with the explanation of each. So let's start. Question number 1. Water at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. Should we say is to boil, or is boiling, or boils? The answer is boils. Water boils at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius because we have scientific facts. When we have scientific facts or general truths or habits, we use simple present. Question number 2. In some countries, very hot all the time. Should we say there is, or is, or it is? The answer is it is. In some countries, it is very hot all the time because here we are describing something, which is the weather. And we cannot use is because there is no subject in our sentence. Question number 3. In cold countries, people wear thick clothes, warm. So, is it for keeping, or to keep, or for to keep? The answer is to keep. In cold countries, people wear thick clothes to keep warm. Why? Because both for and to are used for a purpose. However, we need for to express the use of something, like machine. For instance, we say this machine is for cooking. Question number 4. In England, people are always talking about a weather, or the weather, or weather. The answer is the weather. In England, people are always talking about the weather. There is only one weather. We use the article the when we have only one thing, like the sun or the moon. Question number 5. In some places, almost every day. Should we say it rains, there rains, or it's raining? The answer is it rains. In some places, it rains almost every day. Every day is an indicator of habit, so we use simple present. Question number 6. In deserts, there isn't grass. Should we say the, or some, or any? The answer is any. In deserts, there isn't any grass. Any is used in negative sentences, whereas some is used in positive sentences. Question number 7. Places near the equator have weather even in the cold season. Should we say warm, or the warm, or warm? The answer is warm. Places near the equator have warm weather even in the cold season. If the weather was countable, we would say warm. But the weather is uncountable, so we have to say warm. Question number 8. In England, time of year is usually from December to February. Should we say coldest, or the coldest, or colder? The answer is the coldest. In England, the coldest time of year is usually from December to February. Why? Because the coldest is the superlative form of cold that we need for our sentence. However, colder is used for comparison between only two things, which is not our case. Question number 9. People don't know what it's like in other countries. Should we say the most, or most of, or most? The answer is most. Most people don't know what it's like in other countries. Why? Because most is quantifier. The most is the superlative form of many or much. And most of is used before a noun with determiner. For instance, if we modify our sentence, we can say most of the people. So we need the article the if we want to use most of. Question number 10. Very people can travel abroad. Should we say less, little, or few? The answer is few. Very few people can travel abroad. Why? Because few is used for countable nouns, such as friends or people. Remember, people is the plural of one person. Little is for uncountable things but with positive quantity. And less is used for uncountable things, but have no plural, for instance, less money or less sugar. I hope this test was beneficial. Thanks for watching and see you next video.